Hi everyone, I welcome you back to this channel Technical Drawing Masterclass. So today we are going to look at how you can put the grid lines and also dimensions on your drawing. So this is the drawing that we obtained from our reference drawing in our last video. I showed you how exactly we came up with this 2-bedroom ground floor plan. So in this video, what we are going to cover up today is how to put the grid lines. Then after, I'll show you exactly how you can put the dimensions. So let's get started and stick with me until the end of this video such that you can get to know all these basics. So let's get started. So first, I'm going to first draw a boundary. So I'll move this square up to that point. Then also to that point. So I'll also draw another rectangle connecting these two corners of the squares like that. So after, I'll delete these squares. So next, I'll highlight that line, then offset it to a distance of 75 because we have the thickness of the wall as 150 millimeters. So the grid line will always be in the middle of the wall. So what I'll do right here, I'll extend this line to that point and up to that point. Okay. So I'll change this one to grid lines, and after I'll also make it dotted. So next, I'm going to offset this one at a distance of 150. And the reason as to why I'm offsetting it at a distance of 410, I have the distance between this corner and this corner as 4000 millimeters, but then the grid line is at the midpoint of this wall, and also this other grid line is at the midpoint of this wall. So from here, from this corner up to where the grid line is, that distance is 75 millimeters. Also the same thing applies to this other side. So if you add 75 plus 75, it gives you 150 millimeters. So if you add 150 millimeters to 4000, it gives you 4150 millimeters, which I've offsetted right here. So I'll delete off those dimensions because I don't need them at the moment. So right here, I also need a grid line at this point here, and now it should be at 1650 because the distance I have right here is 1500. So if you add 1500 plus 150, it gives you 1650 millimeters. So you highlight this dotted line, then offset it to a distance of 1650. So it will be in the midpoint, this wall. So right here, I'll offset this grid line to a distance of 3150. So when you're done, you highlight also that line, then you offset it at a distance of 75. So after that, you extend it. Then I'll turn it to grid lines, then I'll also make it dotted. So for this one, I'll offset it at a distance of 1650. Then this one will be at 1500. So what we are remaining with is to label these grid lines. So I'll activate my layer for tags. Use the circle command. Now draw a circle of radius 200 millimeters. That's enough for me. So So I'll move this circle at that point right there. Then I'll name it. Should be white. Then I'll also increase its height to 200. So what I'll do, just copy this same circle and the text in it to this other, where the grid lines meet that rectangle boundary. So after that, I'll edit this one to 2. Then I'll edit this one to 3. Then I'll edit this one to 4. Then I'll edit this one to capital A. Then this one to capital B. And this one to C. I'll try to move it such that it's roughly the center of that circle. And this one, I'll give it D. Then the last one, call it E. So you find that we have labeled all our grid lines. So to put the dimensions, we're going to get a copy of this drawing. Then we shall remove these objects, the CAD objects, such that it can give us enough room for us to put the internal dimensions. Because you find that if you put the internal dimensions, when these objects are within your drawing, it will create congestion and your drawing will look funny. So to have a clear drawing to indicate dimensions, better you move all these objects. And also the other thing is the major purpose as to why we put the grid lines when we're designing any project. It's for the contractor on site to easily locate the locations, these walls, when doing the setting out of the building. That's the major purpose as to why we include the grid lines. So let's proceed. So we have this copy at this moment. So I'll just click at all these objects. So now before we do the allocation of the dimensions, first you need to set your dimensions. We need to first go to the dimension style manager. You click at modify button, then check out with the section for lines, the color of the lines by layer, then the line type by layer, it's already set. Then the line weight by layer, it's already set. Then also extension lines, the color by layer. So you find that you try to set all these options by layer, such that you can easily control them by layer. I'd already set this. From here at symbols and arrows, you have to click here to find the right arrowheads you want to use in your project. So you choose what is favorable for you. But for me at the moment, I have this one, the closed field. So you can choose to use click. I usually use this one in some projects, or you can use closed field, any you feel like. So you also set the arrow size. I set it to 100 millimeters. So arc length symbol should be above dimension text. Click at text appearance, text style, it should be standard. Then from here you can adjust the text height, because mine is at 90, but if I want to change the text height to any figure, just click at this box right here with some dots. So this dialog box will open up. Then I can change anything I want, but some things you don't need to tamper with them, like the width factor and the oblique angle. You leave them as they are. Then this should be aerial, and main front style should be regular, or maybe if you want to use any of these, but mostly it should be regular. Okay, then you set to current and then close. So text placement, it should be above the dimension line, then horizontal, it should be centered, then text alignment, align with dimension line, then fit. So they're saying if there isn't enough room to place both text and arrows inside extension lines, the first thing to move outside the extension line is, so AutoCAD provides you with options here, so it's all about you to choose the best one for you, but in most cases for me I use this one. Then text placement, when text is not the default position, place it, so you choose which is best for you here, but then for me I usually use this option right here. These ones you leave them the way they are. So there is something I didn't explain to you right here, fixed length extension lines. So what they are trying to mean here, like what length should your extension line be with. So you click at it, then put in the figure, or 100 or 200 millimeters, yeah, whatever is favorite for you. Then primary units, this one should be decimal, then precision, and set it either to 2 decimal place, but mostly I use 1 decimal place. Then prefix and suffix, I leave them the way they are. Then also down here I don't change anything. So when I'm done, I'll click OK, then close. So I'll change to the layer 4 dimensions. So I'll click at the dimension command. First I'll get the total length of the building plus the splash apron. Put it right there. Then the total length of the external wall should be also there. And also I will indicate these dimensions to show the positions of the windows and doors. So there is something I want to show you here. Instead of you again coming back here, taking this dimension of the window like that, then pushing it up here, trying to connect it up to this dimension like that, it kind of takes a lot of time. So what you do is to click at this first dimension that you have just gotten, then hover your cursor at this blue dot. AutoCAD will provide you with options in this white box. So it will ask you whether you want to stretch this dimension or you want to stretch a dimension group, like the whole of these dimensions, then all continue dimension. So for me, I want to continue dimension, so I'll just click at continue dimension. So you find that I'll be able to indicate all these dimensions very fast and in a shortest period of time. So the other thing is I'll also include the thickness, the wall, so what I've done there, I've just moved these dimensions slightly up such that I can have some space to include some other dimensions right here. So I'll do the same thing this side, but right now I'm going to be a little bit faster such that I don't make the video kind of long. So right now we are done with the external dimensions. So what I'm going to indicate right now is the internal dimensions. So let's proceed. I think I'm done with the internal dimensions. So what I'm remaining with is to put right the positions of this text. So I think this is it for part 2 of this video. If you have really found something of hopeful and it has added value to you, please don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and also comment. If there is anything that I've forgotten to include in this video, please let me know in the comment section, such that in the next session or part 3 of our video, I'll talk about it. Thanks for watching. We'll meet in part 3 of this series of a 2-bedroomed house design. Thanks for watching. We'll meet next time.